This opening has always made me nervous. It's about 4 feet tall and 3 feet wide. One misstep and things would end very badly. So while we're rebuilding this roof, we're finally closing it.
So this block thought it had a choice in the matter. It doesn't. It's going to come out. So this is a much bigger, much more robust roto hammer / jackhammer. So really, when you want to motivate concrete, this is a great thing to have. But yeah, as I feared, there's actually a piece of rebar that runs through there. The way that they built this was done correctly. They filled the core of this last channel all the way up with concrete, and they put a piece of rebar in it. To get this out is gonna be a real pain. I can look into the one next to it. They didn't put anything in here. So what that tells me is instead of spending a day and a half trying to break this all out and probably causing damage over here, I could go one whole brick farther over and seam it in over here. This is a big open hole, which isn't really safe. And if there was even a potential possibility of someone else being in the building, we'd need to tape off the area below to ensure that no one walks under there. Because some of these pieces are falling down, and you know, a piece of concrete falling could hurt pretty bad. There must have been a gate or something attached here. This metal rod appears to be, set in with a piece of rebar with the flat bar coming out of here, and I would surmise that that held something. So there's the little piece we pulled out. I would guess this is a hinge because it was installed in the block, and it probably came out farther.
We never figured out what this hole was for, but I do know I'm glad to see it go.
So I know historic buildings aren't everyone's cup of tea. The old kind of mismatch and not perfect. So if that's not your style, don't buy an old house, please. You ruin it for all the rest of us.
Under the watchful eye of Supervisor Sambuca, Ryan started raising the parapet walls to accommodate the new foam insulation height.
Sambuca. Yeah, we definitely need to bring that up, so we need to take this mix off. I need to add some more dry mix to it, thicken it up a little bit. I'm dressing these a lot more than I normally would. I'm putting a lot more material on there than you normally would for a modern block wall. In fact, you wouldn't want any of this material on the face of your block. It'd make it look bad. But because of this old style and the fact that it's all covered in paint, if I don't leave those seams a little proud, it actually looks wrong.
Back in its ice-making days, a large water tower stood on the roof supplying the facility. The tower is long gone, but the steel platform remains. One section was in the way, and it had to go.
To make room for the flashing, I'm going to end up cutting off part of this end, which I don't like doing, but it's going to be the best way to do it. It's going to be really hard on this plasma to cut this I-beam because it goes from 1/4 inch all the way up to over 1/2 inch here in the web.
This step took several hours because it kept tripping the breaker. With that section gone, Ryan got back to building the parapet. In total, raising this section of the parapet took nearly a week to complete, with my finger being the only casualty.
The great reality of doing these projects is you have to manage a lot of things at the same time. We had to jump over and grab the stuff off the truck that was just delivered for the rest of the roof job, and we'll get back to work. For that break, I got this started. My poor grinder is getting covered in grout, mortar, nastiness. Oh well, still works. Shoot. Hey Mel, this is where having an assistant helps. I need power. I brought the big extension cord, but I forgot to plug it in. Thank you. After much deliberation, we decided to not have it perfectly centered on the post and have the grout lines line up throughout the rest of the wall. was over 100 blocks that I had to install. 1,140 pounds of mortar. Melanie was lamenting that I must really love it because it's like anytime I have a project, I end up doing some form of concrete. Doing a bathroom, concrete. Doing a roof, concrete. I swear to God, everything I do, I end up doing concrete. I don't get it.
I started painting the backside of the parapet while Ryan gave the old rusty platform a fresh coat. We decided to do this now before removing the shingles so that we wouldn't risk getting paint on the new materials. Taking care of these surfaces now makes the next steps easier.
I got it on my face. I'm an absolute mess, but I made a lot of good progress tonight. And, I started at 5 o'clock, and normally I would have just said, it's too late. Let's just do it another day. But I decided to push through it, and I'm really happy I did because I've got it most of the way done today. And that means tomorrow is just gonna be a really easy day, getting it finished up, and then on with the rest of the project. So, looking good.
With the new coats of paint, we're ready to start taking off the roof. 2 weeks in, 3 projects done, slow, steady progress. If you want to see how the rest of this project comes together, hit subscribe and follow along.